but not before he takes it all the way down to the 6. Needed to try it, we all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. As their quarterback, Brock, he's the one told him to get it done in moments like this. But even though he's the one who scored, you and I both know he is not the one who made it happen on that 4th down.
It's pride up front. That was all the guys up top that just said, listen, man, we are going to work this thing. We're going to give you a push. And, Kate, let me tell you, as a quarterback, you know right away, you can feel that push and that surge. And those big guys led the way for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead to 8. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led?
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs to about the 35, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 35, here's second down at 7.
Here we go. Black 20. Ric Flair.
Here's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Down the left sideline. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 64 yards. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they've got it as we resume action. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Great. Set. Hey, 180.
Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Hurts. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0.
14. Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Number 6, Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Good position to be in here, second and inches. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see in here from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Well, now how about this return? And he's all the way up across the 50 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot complete. from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right. 118. What's that?
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And then we've got a 3rd and 4. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 45 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 63 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep...
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Yards on the play. It's now third down.
These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Why, Tony?
Stroud. And this throw will be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
180.
Gibbs on the toss left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Fighting his way through contact. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the Lions' 36-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Stroud now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
At the 24-yard line.
Running left, it's Mixon. Fighting throw. Joseph there to drop it.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The 14-yard line.
Look the hot.
Now Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged...
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Goff. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he's giving his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They work now on 2nd and 9.
We go. 72. 180.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line.
180.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Flushed out right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this one is incomplete.
That one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Well, that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Stroud to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
118. What's that? 11.
Stroud now on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now it's gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now gone. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A gain of 2.
Now Stroud.
And 8 at the 37-yard line.
That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 3.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Stroud completes this out wide.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here's Stroud. Rolling to his right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
17.
Goff. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2J.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw with Stroud. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
20. 5. Two for 66.
Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining. And they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a toss play to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. He had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him the ball game.
First throw of overtime, Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud. Oh, and it's intercepted. John Campbell with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So an interception on one side and then an interception on the other. So both quarterbacks, Charles, with turnovers here in overtime.
So apparently one good defensive play deserves another. Both sides coming up big in overtime, both getting interceptions, trying to set up their teams to score and win the game.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stun.